Question everything. So you see Southside Chicago, they got money for illegal immigrants. I told you. It's just the reality to it. This is how we get down. See, and where are they sending these legal immigrants to? Your community, Aboriginal Negroes. Why? Because this is going to water down y'all voting power. This is going to take the rest of y'all communities for y'all and the resources that y'all already starving for out your community and revert them to a whole nother population of people, thus putting y'all further into poverty. All this stuff is done on purpose. You think Lori Lightfoot and all these people don't know that this is what's happening and what was going to go on? They knew exactly. Why you think they don't send them to no white folk communities? They sending them to your community. So that way they can devastate y'all and circumvent y'all out of being able to complain about your circumstances here in America and what has been done by putting a whole nother population mingled into your reality, thus putting them in the same position that you in and then rising them above you and then say, look, they was able to rise above you, not mentioning how they was giving out your resources for your community to a whole illegal immigrant population. This is what's going on. This is the reality, to the point where even now illegal immigrants who's breaking the law coming into the country under this false claim of being refugees are sleeping at the police department. At the same time they sleeping at the police department, they locking up your Aboriginal men in the community in massive numbers, called mass incarceration. You think this is not making room for their new working class to be able to circumvent y'all further out of jobs and opportunities in your own community, allowing them to be able to get grants, get these loans, get the state and the city funding to be able to open up their own small businesses in your community at the same time while you can't get none of those type of benefits, Aboriginal Negroes of America. This is the reality. They're not walking around rounding up the homeless citizens in your community and helping them get housing. They're not going around and helping the poor and impoverished Aboriginal people living in your community on food stamps and bare minimums and helping them overcome that stuff. But this is what they're doing for the illegal immigrants, Aboriginal Negroes, in your communities and bringing them into your communities as a people that's going to pretty much colonize and recolonize your communities. Do you understand how this works? This is a crisis because at the end of the day, without reparations, reparative justice, y'all never ever be able to compete again in America. And this is what is setting this up all about. And if you just don't know and you just don't understand this, well, I just don't get it. And I just don't understand it. For that is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.